Hey, it's good to see you again today. Clif Briscoe, Living Word Church. We've been talking about why Jesus. Why? Was it really necessary for him to come? Did God need for him to come? I mean, couldn't God just have put on a tablet a bunch of stuff that he thought we ought to do to be good and try real hard? But we have to realize it's more than that. What was lost was not just that we did bad things. What we lost was the presence of God, the very ability of God to come and be with us. And from the beginning, blood was being shed to give us some kind of an entrance into the presence of God throughout the Old Testament. And it was a precursor. It was symbolic of what would come, that there would be one that would come that would fulfill it all. Jesus would fulfill it all. The blood of bulls and goats are not going to be able to bring back the presence of God. It might give us some semblance of peace between us and God, but it wasn't the real thing. And throughout the Old Testament, we see that, for instance, when God calls Moses, and he's getting ready to go see mighty, awesome, powerful miracles, and he's never circumcised any of his family. That circumcision was the shedding of blood of the male child to keep a covenant going with God. And again, it was symbolic of what was coming, that the blood that was coming from from Moses' offspring would be symbolic of what would happen, that eventually there would be a person that would shed his blood ultimately for all mankind. And Moses is getting ready to go do miracles, and God stops him and almost takes his life because Moses doesn't think it's that important. He didn't have to be circumcised. He didn't have to circumcise his family. And God said, no. There's going to have to be the shedding of blood. Before we're going to see these mighty, powerful miracles happen, you're going to have an entrance by the blood. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't have an entrance. We don't have a way to get in. If we think that we're going to make it in by just trying to do something that gets God's favor, then we're on the wrong side of this. We don't realize what God's after. God's after our heart, and He's after putting His presence in us. And Abraham or Moses or me or you just trying to be good isn't going to do that. It's going to require something bigger than us, more powerful than us, something that is so beyond us. And that's what blood is. That blood is the most precious. I mean, you can have everything. You can have all kinds of wealth, power, prestige, but if you don't have blood, and if you don't have good blood, you don't have anything. That's because blood is probably, without a doubt, the most precious thing in the earth. God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow.